Sitting in front of us, and you know, I always wish that I never see everybody again, because that's kind of our thing. But in front of us, Jenny, we ran into each other last year, didn't we?
We did.
And it was last year, maybe, was it, it's been 2 years? Or, I can't remember.
It's been, I think, just a year.
Yeah, just a year. And they're most adorable, and we're going to put your pictures and video on the website. Is that okay, Anna? Is it?
Yeah.
So, can you tell everybody what you're wearing? What is this? Are you like
Princess dress.
a princess dress? And you got the veil and everything? Is it you call it a veil?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's gorgeous and stuff. So, so we have really good news, don't we? Since last time, what's happened better in your life than what you were going through?
Be with my mommy.
You're being with your mommy and Jenny. We both started crying here a second ago, but it's been 6 months. First off, what happened to Anna? What have you gone through? Where are we now? And you got to give people a little bit of history to bring them up to speed.
Well, March 2nd of 2007, Anna was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And at that time, the protocol calls for about 2¼ years of chemotherapy for girls. And so she just completed her chemo on May 9th of this year. And we came in today for her checkup, and we're all clear. We're still in remission, and
For 6 months.
for 6 months.
And that's a good sign. That's the milestone.
That's a big milestone, yeah.
So when you got all emotional about that, and made me get all emotional about it, why, Mom?
Because we've just come so far. It took so much work to get where we are, and it just feels so good, and we're just that much closer to calling her cured.
It's what were the initial feelings? Here's this. She is so adorable. I can't wait. Everybody, KIX961.com. We're videoing these and we're putting them up on our website. But here's your baby. Your child has. You hear the word leukemia. What happened?
Well, at the time, I was about 8.5 months pregnant with our second daughter, and so it was just, honestly, just total disbelief. How could this be happening? And then, of course, how can this be happening right now when we're about to have another baby?
So you're now not only worried about Anna, but baby on the way.
Exactly. And then when our child was born, she was born with a infection, and so she was put into the NICU. And so we had 2 children on opposite sides of the hospital being treated with life-threatening illness. And it was just literally, people talk about taking life one day at a time. It was like 1 minute at a time. Breathe in, breathe out, do what you have to do, and just try to make it to the next day.
So in this situation, I mean, we hear of these terrible diseases, but I mean, are you amazed, Cody, that we do have happy endings, don't we?
We do, and you know, 80% of the children up on pediatric oncology do survive their illness, but that doesn't diminish the fact that 20% don't.
Was she 3? Was she 3 years old?
She was not quite 3. She was about 3 months before her 3rd birthday.
So a little over 2 years old, and she's being diagnosed with this. You're pregnant with another child, and I mean, cancer is such a frightening word, you know. And now look at her. She's healthy. She's a jabber. You like to jabber, don't you?
Look at the camera there. So who's your best buddy? You got a best buddy, Anna?
No.
Abby.
No?
Abby.
What about Abby?
Abby.
And what are you afraid of, Anna?
Spiders.
Spiders, okay. Because you had a story, right? Was there a spider on your teddy bear once?
No.
No.
The poodle? How about the poodle?
Was there one in a poodle?
No, I'll tell you what it was on.
What was it on?
It was on in my doll clothes.
Oh, your doll clothes.
It was the same one that got on my sister's poodle.
Oh my goodness! So that spider got on your doll clothes, and then that was the only thing that you're afraid of, though, right?
Yeah.
So when they came to help you, all these doctors and nurses, were they nice to you? Did they take care of you? And so, and how old are you now?
5.
5. So you've been coming here for a couple, 3 years, huh?
Okay.
Okay?
Whatever you say.
So everybody's done don't talk to the strange man, and it's ruining some of these interviews. So yeah, I'm sorry, but you should I can't wait for you to see her. So Mom, okay, now this happens. So baby on the way has an infection. She's in NICU, which again, KIX listeners, thank you so much for the diapers that you donated earlier for our 33 kids in NICU. And now we only need 2 more, by the way. And here's a child that went through oncology. That's 6 months remission free. We need 2 more calls, 232-5437. And Hannah's playing with the mic. That's why you hear that in the background. But hey, no, that's fun. That's fun. So, Anna, what happened to your finger today? What's the big bandage on there?
I got a finger poke.
You got your finger poked?
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
No.
No. So some nurse did that, huh?
Yeah.
Did they give you a toy to kind of look the other direction, or so you don't like probably those finger pokes, do you?
No.
No, they're not fun at all. So, can you want to say that people here are nice, or is that a true statement? They were nice to you, huh?
Yeah.
And Jenny, Mom, okay, all this comes down. You don't know any of these people. You go to this environment of the hospital. Who do I trust with the lives of my children? They were there, weren't there? What did you experience with this?
The staff here is just phenomenal. I mean, you're not only getting medical care for your child, but they definitely have a family-centered care approach to, especially pediatric oncology, because you are dealing with, childhood illness, and that affects the whole family. And so they were just wonderful, very supportive emotionally, as well as helping her fight this cancer.
And CMN, Children's Miracle Network, what do you think about these people?
Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. They kind of fill in the gaps. I mean, budgets are tight all around the board right now, and
for everybody.
But I just want to say this could happen to anybody's child. There's no known risk factors for most childhood cancer.
And isn't it cool that a company, I should say, or an organization like Children's Miracle Network that helps 17 million kids a year, which is phenomenal. But here, what we do here today and tomorrow and Friday is just for our kids. And is that cool that someone thought ahead to make sure that this was working before you even had the need?
Absolutely, because those things need to be put in place, because kids are going to continue to have life-threatening diagnosis and be injured and need to be in the hospital.
So, Cody, how would you encourage Jenny to explain to the moms out there to call from lady to lady? How would you do that?
Well, Jenny, why don't you just tell people listening right now, I mean, you have how many children total?
2.
2 children. And what would happen if maybe what would happen if both children were sick?
It's devastating. I mean, we've been there, obviously, and it's so essential to have organizations like Children's Miracle Network to be there for the families that are going through this. Like I said, I mean, the need is huge. It really is. And if it weren't for Children's Miracle Network, I don't know where we'd be.
Sometimes you don't even have family present. If there's no family present, Children's Miracle Network actually becomes your family. I mean, they have counselors available, and I'm sure that you've experienced that as well.
Exactly. And a lot of families do travel from out of town, as far as Tri-Cities, Montana, all over the inland Northwest. So it's even more vital to those families.
So even if you're outside the listening area, if you're in, Children's Miracle Network provides funding in Colville, in Chewelah, all around the Pacific Northwest. And with every penny that you donate, it stays locally right here to help our kids that become sick. So we need just 2 more. If we could just hear those phone ring right now, hear the phone ring. Here we go with the number 232 KIDS. That's 232-KIDS. Or 866-511-KIDS. We just need 2 more for the 7 that are in the oncology unit.
So, Anna, can you help us out here? Can you just say, hey, call in and help kids?
Call in and help kids.
Call in and help kids.
There we go.